Entry Partner.
Miko Stenman, welcome to Market Entry Partner Radio.
Thanks, Jan.
We met a couple of years ago in Dubai at the world's biggest health tech fair called Arab Health. And during that event, we went to several cocktail parties. Well, not cocktail really, since it's Muslim country, but still.
Yeah, exactly. Mocktails.
Mocktails, that's right, mocktail party. But at these parties, we were supposed to meet, and we was meeting all sorts of new people. As an experienced exporter, how would you, let's simulate situation now at the mocktail party in Dubai, how would you introduce yourself?
Oh, that's a nice one, but entry point. Well, okay. I'm gonna pitch myself. So that hi, my name is Miko Stenman, and I'm from Helsinki, Finland. I have over 20 years of experience in international engineering and executive positions, from Finland all the way to Saudi Arabia, and from startups to large global corporations. Something like that.
Brilliant. Okay, I will be of course interested in hear about your particular project at the moment. Why are you attending Arab Health? Your Connect Genomics is really interesting company. Again,
thanks.
As we are trying to teach these people who are watching or listening to our conversation. Again, elevator pitch. As an experienced international businessman, how would you pitch Connect Genomics?
Yeah, first of all, what I would like to say about the pitch, so that there should be some sort of like a hook, so that other than that, so that people get bored, so that
right.
Let's see.
What do you mean by hook? I mean, kind of a concrete data, or what do you mean by that?
It totally depends about the audience, of course, but then
right.
If there's an individual and any of the background, if it's like an out of blue, then you just like finding out about the general hook, what you are using in your elevator pitch. But right. If you have been able to, for example, find it from LinkedIn, which I use as a tool a lot, so that if I have been open the opportunity to find out that individuals, so that
right.
what they are doing, so that of course I will focusing it particularly right. for that. But I can shoot something if you want.
Please do. Let's pretend that we are still in Arab Health, because of the pandemic, we haven't been able to visit there this year. But still, go ahead. Let's pretend that we are in Dubai. Miko, how would you pitch your company, Connect Genomics?
Okay, yeah, thank you, Jan, and pleasant to see you in here in Dubai. So that who we are, so that I would like to say like in a few words. So Connect Genomics is a biotechnology company. We are developing disposable point of need DNA test solution. Actually, the antibody testing has been evolved to instrument-free solution in the past decade. And now we are intend to redefine the diagnostic market by developing simple, rapid, instrument-free molecular testing solution that provides like laboratory quality results in home kind of environments, basically anywhere.
Brilliant. So, at what stage is your company at the moment on your path to glory, if I could say so?
Thanks. We are in a startup phase, and Connect Genomics is actually founded in Canada, and this year we are opening our Europe, Middle East, Africa office and research center into the Europe. And actually, the marketing entry partner has been helping us to find the best location from Europe in perspective, basically, but required to university cooperation, governmental supports and funding opportunities.
Why did you choose Canada? Obviously, is there a special landing package there, or why? Why Canada?
Actually, my partner lives there, and like in a coincidence, through the same thing in Dubai, in Arab Health. Actually, I have been meeting him there, or I have been introduced by our mutual friend to each other, well, like 4 years ago. And he explained to me about this solution. I said, wow, if this can be done, so that then this will really be revolutionary. And then we made a patent for it, and started to do it like in a small case R&D in Canada. And now we are in a phase so that as we have been patented our chemistry behind it, so we wanted to come to scale it up and make the next steps in R&D. What we have been finding out with successful help with Rauno, actually, so that the Belgium Flanders has been a very, very good place for us to start our European operations. As said, so that to fulfill these ideas with governmental supports and investors, and actually the customers and the manufacturing possibilities around it is extensive compared to Canada.
The American market has been historically quite hard for Nordic and especially Finnish companies. There's lots of examples of forest industry and mobile industry like Nokia as well, who've been struggling to enter the whole continent. I remember Rauno explaining to me that if you want to enter the German-speaking market, it's wise to enter, for instance, via Austria, like a smaller country within the region. Would you say this is that same thing with Canada and US? Is that like a potentially much better entry point for the US market, or are there similarities between Austria and Germany and Canada and US?
Well, in that context, I would say that there are some similarities, but particularly in healthcare and medical device regulations, so that there are similarities within the FDA side. So that in that sense, the Canada and the US got the similarities. But other than that, I would say that I would encourage to use the time to find like an experienced partner to support you to entering into the new markets. So that without like good knowledge inside, so I would say nothing is impossible. The word itself is already said possible, but I love that idea behind it. But nevertheless, so that why in the earth to like reinvent the wheel if somebody have been already experienced these like setbacks and what the markets has been fault, and more importantly, of course, to find the right connections and the ways entering to the partner.
So what is Genomics is like next step? You are looking for opening perhaps the European branch as well. Are you looking for, what kind of partners are you looking for in Europe?
Well, in several sense, so that what we are able to start manufacturing by ourselves, but in medical device perspective, it's again, as said, so that why reinvent the wheel, because somebody has already done it, and it's highly regulated area. So that we have like 2 partner candidates for the device itself, but the chemistry, which is I'm comparing our recipe behind it, the chemistry, like in a Coca-Cola, so that everybody can make a cola, but Coca-Cola have their secret ingredient, and that's the thing behind it. So that we don't basically wanted to even do the device itself, which we have been finding more agile to go into the different kind of market areas. We can use the same, but if needed, we can use also different, even competitors to each other in a different market areas. So in that sense, I would say we need manufacturing partners, but also so that if you wanted to grow rapidly, you find the delivery partners and the sales partners as well. The markets has been divided already quite nicely, if I put it in that word for it.
Polite way.
Yeah. So that to go there as a startup company, it will be hard. So that to go in there together with the hand-picked partner, I would say it will be more cost-effective, more agile, much more rapid to do it. But you can start it in a small scale by yourself to get yourself noticed, and after that you can choose the partner. For in our case particularly, so that we are also doing like a blue ocean markets, so that we are entering into the markets which are not existing, so that this makes us like sexy in a medical device and like a molecular diagnostic perspective. So we are offering something what anybody else hasn't done yet.
That's one of the questions we have in market entry partner assessment, self-assessment. How do you differentiate yourself if you compare to the competitors? And you mentioned blue ocean, the classic term for like non-competitive markets. That is a buzzword for investors as well. And financing, especially talking about your own manufacturing, that takes a lot of money. Funding. How has your path been? How has the financing question has been with you? That's typically a problem with startups always. So what's your tips for other struggling startups and growth companies?
I'm getting back to this same thing as entering into the new market areas, so that find a good partner, so that marketing entry partners, so that what we are using and working with, so that we have find them like very experienced, so that to help us to find the best country in Europe to enter, so that there are multiple countries, for example, in Europe, so that which are offering like tax benefits, but okay. Then you would need to also simultaneously find the place, so that which offer you additional value as well, not just the money, but also the additional value. And then when you get the money,
so additional value meaning what you mean? Some sort of partners as well, or funding and expertise and networks, and what do you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly. I was just coming into that point.
Oh,
so yeah, no worries. So basically, so that if you will get 50% of the needed funding from the governmental entities, you need to fill the cap to get the rest of the 50. And many cases, almost all the cases, so that you are not able to find it directly from your own pocket. So that in that sense also, so that to find the landscape, so that where they would have like local investors, like angels in the first place, maybe, or then venture capitalists, depending on the phase where you are, so that how much money you're looking for. Angels can be particularly in Europe, so that angels are like 100,000 euros. Then in the US, the angels are like about 1 million. So it's a totally different. And the venture capitalists here are basically like starting from million. When the US, they're like 10 million. So that it's 10 times different. So, and also to convince, particularly the investors, you should be able to create like clear understanding why in the earth you are like entering and opening the office in this country where you are. So in our case, it's Belgium, and we have the university cooperation there, so that which makes it like a very good story behind it. And the story is always sell, as you know, Jan.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a storyteller myself.
I know that.
Yeah, but Flanders especially. So it's not just Belgium; it's Flanders, isn't it? So
yeah.
that part of the country. So what kind of hints would you give for another startup that, or what kind of things that you should be wary of, or what kind of potential risks that you don't think about when you go on export markets, and perhaps even though you're trying to go through the lists and try to figure out what to do, what kind of like hidden dangers are luring for waiting for potential exporters or startups?
Well, exporter, but if I would go into the question like in the startups,
yeah,
I would say that the greedy investors. So that in the beginning, particularly the company valuation is very low, and of course you wanted to if you will get them governmental money, let's say 500,000 for just like with a number. So it's quite a big number, so that what you might be able to get from the government. But in that phase, your company value might be like 500,000, so that or even less for that. Of course, these government money convince the investors, but unfortunately they are pretty often greedy, and they wanted to have like a very high share of your company. And if they are able to go 50-51, all of a sudden you notice that you are just in a back seat and listening what they want you to do. So that I would say that that is the biggest threat. So that do whatever you can to keep your the maximum share, and particularly demand, so that your founders are able to make the final decisions.
That's a very good advice. Excellent advice. Miko, let's talk back about Connect Genomics. Tell me, where do you see your company within next 5 years?
Well, we have an investors targets, and so our vision is to make the human healthier faster. So it's a bigger task. So that we want to be like a DNA RNA diagnostic forerunner in 2030 latest, and our turnover will grow up into the 100 million and above for that. So that we are going further. So that this is a big thing. We have been getting nice interest, and particularly the finding out so that our product is disposable, so that you can use it once and then throw it away, compared to the traditional ones and the ones within accurate testing what you're able to do, so that there's an expensive investments. So high numbers, but we have a clear goals and a vision for us.
And globally, which markets within 5 years? I know it's virtually impossible to predict that, but still, tell me, give me some sort of educated guess.
In which markets?
In which markets are you present? Have presence? Would that be globally, or would that be Europe, US?
Yeah, so then I'm sort of handpicked related to our whom we know and which targets we know already. So then we will start in Belgium, so that then there's already lots of things what we are able to do in there. Then some African countries, and then India, where the Himanshu, our other founder, is originally from. Of course, US will be there. Of course, we are patented in there already, so that that helps a lot. and after that, China. So that it's always like threatened, so that your product will be stolen if you go there. Actually, it's very true. But if you will choose partner to do it, how we are planning to do it, so that the partner who is doing the work for you in there, they will do all in their effort to like support and protect the patents and the products. So in that sense, like smaller scale in Europe, then US, India, some parts of Africa, and then China. Well, basically all over.
Sounds great, Miko. Let's hope that you succeed and bring more health to this whole globe and the whole humankind. Thank you so much, Miko,
Thanks,
for
Jan.
this interview. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Market Report.